So yes, as the title said, I want to do a review on this foundation. I've had it for about 2 months now, and I've wanted to do a wear test on it and a review, and I have not done that. And it's one of the foundations that I wanted to get when it came out, and then I forgot all about it. So it's actually been out for, I want to say it came out in like May or June of last year, and I heard really good reviews about it. And I have obviously combination skin. I have a lot of discoloration. I have like little veins and some old acne scars, and I wanted to put this foundation to the test. So I have mine in the shade 4, and it's the Benefit Hello Happy foundation. And I thought it was full coverage. I just always thought it was full coverage for some reason, but it's medium coverage. I don't know if it's buildable. It comes in this really cute little bottle, and it's got a little happy face on the back, so it's pretty cute. You know, I'm all about packaging, but I'm also all about quality. This foundation is supposed to brighten and hydrate your skin and leave you a flawless looking, so I'm guessing it's like a Your Skin but better. It has pigments in it to instantly adapt for brightening your skin, and it has flower acids that help boost radiance. Hyaluronic acid helps keep skin hydrated. This claims to have a 12-hour wear. So we're going to do a wear test on it today, and I have already obviously done my shadow. I color corrected my under eyes. My dark circles have been really intense, and I did tell you guys I was going to be getting the Becca under eye corrector in papaya, because I have been using the other Becca under eye corrector and it's not on my station for some strange reason, or it is, and I have a hot mess going on over here. It could be here, I don't see it, but I usually use the Becca under eye corrector in light medium, but I went ahead and went in with the NYX under eye corrector, and this is like in a papaya color. I can't read the shade because it's too small right now, and I don't feel like pulling out my readers, but that is what I use to correct my under eyes, and I'm hoping that it works. So I did use my No Problem primer, and this basically just kind of blurs out pores and just kind of fills them in. This doesn't have any color corrector to it, although it just gives it the blurring effect, which kind of blurs out your imperfections. So I'm going to go in with, I'm going to put this foundation on with my Morphe M439 foundation brush. And again, I'm in natural lighting because you guys know I love to do natural lighting as much as possible. And it's pretty sunny out. So I'm just going to put it directly, sorry for the glare. Again, natural sunlighting, so you know, shadows, things aren't so pretty when you're doing natural sunlighting. So I did one full pump, and I'm going to just put it right in the middle is where I generally like to focus my product, and then just work it out. I do like full coverage just because I have so much discoloration and imperfections, but we'll see. You gotta be really careful going around your brows when you do your eyeshadow first, as you all know. And right off the bat, it does have some pretty good coverage. I always test it as far as full coverage with that brown spot that I have right there. If it covers that, then it's pretty decent coverage. Hopefully it doesn't oxidize or kind of wear off. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Benefit has some pretty good products. I love Benefit. I use their brow stuff. I also have the Benefit, which is what I should have used since I'm using this foundation, but the Benefit, I think it's called Boing. I don't know. It's a brightening concealer. So this is also for under eyes, dark circles. It looks like a little eraser. It's got like a little eraser look. Anyway, I should have used that, but I didn't. But anyway, Benefit products are really good. So if you've tried this foundation, let me know. This is a pretty decent amount of medium coverage. I compare it to that side and all the discoloration. I think it's a pretty decent amount of coverage. I'm probably going to need another pump because I was pretty generous with it on this left side. I'm going to do about a half a pump. I'm really going to try to do more makeup videos, you guys. I love doing I love recording. And let me just tell you, you really have to be in the mood to record, because I've actually done like 2 videos recently and they just didn't come out. I just wasn't happy with them, and I guess I really wasn't in the mood, and you could tell. You can really tell if somebody's in the mood to record, and just something about them's usually off. And for me, it's really important because I don't hide stuff well. I'm one of those people that I'm either smiling and happy, or you can really tell if I'm not. And I put that on pretty fast. The lighting could be off, but it looks like, I think I might need just a tiny bit more on this side. I'm gonna try it with a sponge also, but for today's video, we're just doing a brush. You can apply it however you like to apply it. If you prefer using a sponge, it does definitely gives you different coverage when you use a sponge as opposed to a brush. You can also use your hands, you guys. Like, sometimes you get really good coverage when you're using your hands, because you can really get into all them little creases and around your mouth, around your nose. Then, you know, I like to go in with the smaller brush. I'm just going to put the smallest amount on this brush, and then I'm going to tap it off on my hand. And that's where I go in with the product and go around my brows, because the big fat brush can't get it completely around, and we want coverage everywhere. We don't want to be that girl that has separation between her brows and that gross sharp line around your jaw area. I know I should have done a review on this foundation like a long time ago, and just time gets away with, I mean, it's like now that it's summertime and it's almost over, time just flies by, and it seems like as soon as the 4th of July is here, summer's gone. Kids are going back to school now. I'm just kind of touching up where the big brush doesn't go. It looks like I covered everything. So yeah, you can use your hands, you guys. Like, just make sure your hands are really clean and apply your product with your hands. Back in the day, that's kind of what we used to do, is just we applied the product with our hands. Maybe a brush once in a while, but I remember just using my hands because I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it depended upon like how far into makeup you were. I'd like to think that I was like into makeup, you know, but I mean, I wore it since I was like in 5th grade, so like 11 or 12, which is not good. I don't recommend that you wear makeup at a young age, but if you do, make sure you're doing skincare and using a SPF. This doesn't have an SPF in it, so I did forget to spray or put on some SPF under it because I forgot that it doesn't have an SPF. So, and I'm just going to go in with my Age Rewind, my Maybelline Age Rewind. Yeah. Is this Maybelline? It's Maybelline. I know it is. I'm just going to tap it around. My dark circles have been so intense. I haven't been sleeping great. Surprise, surprise. I'm going to use my finger right now and just tap it. I should have cleaned my mirror. All my mirrors are really dusty right now, so I'm like looking through, it's like I'm looking through smoke. The reason I'm using my finger right now is because my dark circles are so intense, and I use that papaya colored color corrector, and I don't want to smear it. I want it to stay in place. You could still kind of see it through there, but not a whole lot, but it looks like it did do a pretty good job of covering my imperfect, or my dark circles. I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever HD concealer and just put a tiny bit in the corners where I need the most coverage. And you guys know I like a highlighted under eye. I just think it looks prettier. A lot of girls, like, they were doing the highlighted under eye and then they were just like, you know, I'm not about the highlighted under eye anymore. And it's like, why? I mean, I just think it looks pretty. But personal preference. Just going in with the sponge and just going to lightly tap that. There's no right or wrong way to do makeup. Just do, obviously, what you like to do. There's nothing wrong with trying different ways, but if you have like a certain way that you like to do your makeup, I mean, just do it that way. The product isn't going to work any different. It might look just a little bit different depending on what tools you use. Looks like I got some pretty good full coverage. There's always, when I record, you guys know that I have like these a little ghost. I like to call her Zoe because just right now, like 2 seconds ago, it said powering off and then it like went right back off. So honestly, I'm going to do a video on some things that I've been experiencing, just some things that I've been going through. Nothing negative, really. It's nothing negative. It's just some different things that have been happening while on my healing journey, and I know that it's all related to my healing journey and practices and things that I've been doing, that I've been noticing a huge difference. Sorry, my hair is a little bit wonky, but so I'm going to be doing a video on that. But today's video obviously is just with the Benefit foundation and the Hello Happy. It's not new. It's been out for about a year. So if you've tried it or you're gonna try it, let me know. Leave me a comment, question. I'm going to finish off the rest of my makeup and then I will be back. And now I'm back with a full face. I did set it lightly with my Urban Decay All-Nighter setting spray. This guy. It doesn't smell very good, but this works really good. And I do plan on wearing my makeup for a full 9-10 hours. It's 12:30 right now, so probably around 10:30 is when maybe around 10. I think around 10 I'm going to take my makeup off because I'm trying to set a bedtime for myself. So I'm going to try to get into the habit of taking my makeup off at least by 9-10 o'clock, no later. But I do plan on wearing it for that amount of time. I am not going to touch up throughout the day. I am going to come back at, let's see, it's 12:30, about 4:30, 5 o'clock to show you guys kind of like a midday check-in and show you what the foundation looks like after 4-5 hours of wear, give or take. And remember, keep in mind that I'm generally oily right here. Not so much my T-zone, a little bit on the sides of my nose, but generally right here between my brows, I'm usually pretty oily. So we will see what it looks like in about 4 hours. And I am going to go out, so I'm going to be out. It's probably around 80, almost 90 degrees, I think. And I'm just going to run around, run some errands and not do a whole lot. A lot of girls do like to do reviews with no primer underneath, or one side with primer, one side without. I like to do the review how I generally wear my makeup and what I'm going to do on a regular, normal basis. That's how you get your true review and your true, the true test is, how is your makeup going to last? How long is it going to last? Using a primer, using whatever products you use on a regular basis. That's going to give you your true result. And I want to know what it's going to look like at the end of the night using the normal products that I use on a regular basis. So that being said, I will see you guys in a few hours, 4 or 5 hours or so, in about 2 seconds for you guys. Okay guys, so I almost missed my midday check-in. It is like almost 6 o'clock, so I've literally been wearing this foundation for almost 5.5 hours now. I didn't eat anything. I had a couple pretzels and some water. I've been drinking water, but that's about it. As far as, you know, any type of disturbing around the mouth area. I am looking a little oily right here. But like I said, that's normal for me to be a little bit oily. I have not touched up. So, although it looks like I'm a little dewy right there, not really oily, but almost dewy. It's kind of humid outside, so have to factor in those things. But for the most part, 5.5 hours I've had this foundation on and it's not breaking up. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey. That's one thing about this foundation, is it feels really light. So this is what I'm looking at. I'm trying to think if I should add a little powder right here just to see if in fact it is kind of oily. So I'm going to just lightly touch up those little areas and see if it makes a difference. Because if, I mean, obviously I may like, you know, powder a little bit, just like if I'm outside and, you know, you get shiny, you want to take away that shine. Sometimes I like the shine because sometimes it's just literally a dewy. I'm just taking the smallest amount and just shaking it off like as much as possible. And then just and it almost takes away that shadow. And then I'm going to just tap. So there's really not oil. Like, it's a tiny bit oily, but not the worst. And I'm just going to take a tiny bit. You almost can't see it. Shake it off and then just tap it. So that pretty much took care of the shine oil look. Looks like a little bit maybe rubbed off here, but again, I ate some pretzels and put on some like lip balm a few times, so it's really not breaking up. I don't know, I think it looks really good. I wasn't really happy about the medium coverage, but it's not too bad. So it's kind of your skin, but better, like a lot better. So I plan on finishing my day off at about 10:30, so about another 5 hours of wear, a good 10-hour wear. So I will see you guys in about 4 or 5 hours. Okay, so I am back for the final end of the day check-in. I've had this foundation on, all my makeup in general, for 10.5 hours. It is now about a few minutes till 11, so I've had this makeup on since 12:30 this afternoon. And you saw what I look like at the 5.5 mark hour, and my foundation, this is what it looks like after 10.5 hours of wear. Not too bad, right? You know, I like the foundation. I mean, you know, it wore really pretty on my skin. It is pretty hydrating, and I don't know if it's hydrating like in an oily sense, but I did have a little extra oil today just because, I don't know, I've actually been having a bunch of like hormone things going on, so it could be related to that. But for the most part, like, I'm pretty pleased with it. It doesn't crease. It didn't crease. It's not cakey. Generally, I don't really crease anyway. My under eyes are super, super dehydrated, so I did have a lot of creasing in my under eyes, but that was not what this video was about. Just thought that I would mention that my under eyes are super, I can tell when I'm dehydrated because my under eyes have extra creasing, and yeah, not pretty. But I am pretty oily again here in between my eyebrows, a little bit on the sides of my nose again, tiny bit here, but not really. I did put a little bit of highlight right there. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of powder, tapping, shaking off the excess. Oh, and I had my grandson this evening for, let's see, what time did he get here? Almost 7, and he left about a half hour ago. So he really gave me a run for my money. I really couldn't clean the kitchen from dinner or really do anything. You really can't do a whole lot when you're taking care of a toddler, and he's very highly active. He's 2.5, so he I just entertained him. I'm really tired, you guys. I had a good time with him. I spent good quality grandma time, and we played on the tablet, we played video games, we played outside, we ate ice cream. So we did have a pretty full evening. So let's go ahead and just tap out this oil, just to kind of show you that the slightest bit of oil can be taken care of with a tiny bit of setting powder. And again, it just went ahead and took away that shadow. And you can see my eyebrows are pretty oily. Generally, because I do have to draw my eyebrows, the majority of my eyebrows on. So there's like more skin there, which the oils come out and I don't really have the hair there to catch it. So every now and then I'll get the sponge with powder and just kind of like tap my brows. I'll usually do that like before I set my makeup with setting spray. I'll just like lightly tap them and then I'll go over with the setting spray and set it. So as you can see, that did handle most of the oil that I had going on. It did kind of wear off on my nose a little, only because I was holding my grandson and just, you know, hugging him and kissing him. And so just whatever I had on just kind of wore off on, which is not bad, mainly around the nose because I was like hitting noses with him and stuff. But anyway, you guys, so this is the Benefit foundation, the Happy, what's it called? I'm Happy. Hello Happy, like Hello Kitty. Hello Happy. I have it in the shade 4, Flawless Brightening Foundation. I think you guys will like this. It is very hydrating. So that is one of the benefits if you do have dry skin. I don't know if you have oily skin, if it's going to be an issue, but it does give you a flawless complexion. You can just kind of tell it speaks for itself. So anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this makeup review. Please leave your questions, comments, and suggestions per usual. And give this video a like if you liked it, if you found it helpful. And I just think that's about it. Yeah. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. My next video, I believe, is going to be a little bit of a talk in regards to health and beauty. But yeah, I did a BoxyCharm unboxing, but there's going to be another just health and beauty talk, basically. And everything that I talk about relates to your mind, your body, your spirit in some form or another. So I hope you guys enjoy those videos. Please let me know what you would like to hear me talk about, or if you have questions or ideas, let me know and I will get them out for you. So I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Bye, guys.